A narcissist that like denies that things are the way they are but in this one he's actually just denying documented video reality. Like he's just going to deny something that anyone could pull up and present like 4K video evidence of. He's going to say it never happened. Watch this.
Did a $5 super chat. What a name.
Yeah.
And they said, I'm just learning of you from documentary. So many questions. Please explain empty game boxes as prizes.
Okay, pause.
Yes, I never sent.
Imagine actually taking that seriously, as though this is a new viewer who loves you, who's just like, oh yeah, I just found you from a documentary, but I have this question, a serious question about you giving away empty game boxes as prizes, and Phil just goes on a whole seething tangent about it. Let's have a look.
Empty game boxes as prizes. It never happened. Okay.
It did.
That's a meme that was made up by my detractors over a decade ago.
Even I know that.
The reason it stuck,
Yeah.
You know, it's not true at all.
Welcome to the Hardcore Gaming Season giveaway of 2013. Alright, the very first item I'm giving away is Deus Ex Human Revolution's Collector's Edition content. So let me show you what exactly that is. This is Deus Ex Human Revolution Collector's Edition. Comes with this very nifty collector's box on the inside. Comes with a few things. First of all, Collector's Edition packaging. As you open that up, you're going to see the game's gone because I traded it in years ago.
So he is. He's giving away empty case, and he did this over 10 times. He gave away like a dozen empty game cases as rewards.
Garbage. Literal garbage.
Yeah.
Here's a box, bud.
But it does have the second
but we
bonus
have
disc.
the bonus disc.
Oh yeah, the bonus disc that has nothing.
Yeah.
That's nothing.
That probably has the behind-the-scenes content and stuff like that. Okay. Yeah, how much would you like to have that autographed by me? Pretty cool, right?
So I used to do something every fall.
It
was called the Hardcore Gaming Season giveaway.
No.
And what it was weekly, once a week for like 12 straight weeks. I would hold a contest where people would enter by posting up on my forums for something that I was giving away. And there was tons of different things that I gave away. Sometimes I actually gave away a game. Sometimes I gave away
here's the thing.
a collectible.
This was like 15 years ago.
Yeah.
And for Phil, it really bothers him that people believe this thing that he actually did, to the point where he's going to rant about it for 14 straight minutes to deny reality that he ever did this.
But it's on video.
All he has to do is say, yeah, I did give away empty game boxes, but I signed them and the people enjoyed them, and move on. But no, he has to deny that he ever did it, but then admit it in this cope fashion and like melt down because some guy gave him $5 and he gets his money's worth completely. It's insane.
Oh man.
Sometimes I'm trying to remember all the things that I gave away over the years, but it was a lot of different variety of things. But frequently during the fall, it was giving away games because the fall was the biggest gaming season of the year. All right. So there'd be games coming out nonstop.
They just keep gassing.
So, for example, let's say
I never gave away a game, just empty cases. He's gonna say that since the game box had the manual, it wasn't technically empty.
Played.
He gets more and more mad, as he sees those come in.
Well, no, I'm trying to think of a game that I played like back in the day. I don't know, an Assassin's Creed game, let's say. So I would beat the game.
Us putting him on kick was the funniest idea we've ever heard.
It's so good because it's just every comment just makes him seethe and sends him.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so good for the content, bro. It really is.
It is.
Game. And I would say, okay, so now we're going to do a giveaway for the game. So people would post up in the thousands. Sometimes we got like 2,000 posts.
In the thousands. Stop, Phil.
You don't believe him?
Phil is getting thousands and thousands of forum posts begging for his empty game cases.
People interested in winning the game.
In the thousands?
I might have believed a couple
10?
hundred.
Not
1,000.
even 100. Not even 100.
But it wasn't just the game you would win. You would get the game, the box, any packaging materials and things that came with it. Because back then, games actually used to come with
packaging materials. Like he's got the value prop. There was advertisements in the box, dude. There was a manual, bro.
Oh my god!
It's in there.
He has the packing peanuts that came
but
with
he's lying. There is no game. It was an empty case, and he's going to explain why the cases were empty in a second, which is the craziest part of all of this.
Okay.
Not only the instruction book, but ads and other things. But also, I would include an autograph. Some people would say, hey, can you sign the box? Can you sign the instruction manual? Can you sign the game disc itself? Because that's cool to have the physical thing you use during your playthrough or whatever, okay? Now, also, other times, I would buy the collector's...
So I have one better. Why even read this comment and discuss it when it's a 15-year-old thing?
Because Phil is pathological with this shit, where he just has to lie and he has to retcon everything and he has to defend himself because he thinks that people actually really care. The reality is that nobody actually cares about this at all.
No.
It doesn't matter at all. But what does matter is getting Phil to go on these long tangents about it and lose his mind.
Amazing.
That's what he doesn't understand. Is honestly, none of this shit actually matters, and it's all just a smoke screen to make him fucking melt down. And he doesn't understand that at all. It's so funny, dude.
Edition of a game. Okay, so I would have an art book, and I would have the soundtrack.
You know what's funny is
and I would
people are like, shh, don't tell him. The thing is, it doesn't matter if you tell him. People have been telling him for 15 fucking years. I tried telling him. I'm like, none of this actually matters. I remember I really felt guilty about this because he's like, oh, I have to react to this June the King documentary and he's going to felt me and it's going to end my career. And I'm like, you don't have to react to it, right? And this fucking blew his, and I'm like, oh my God, I shouldn't have said this, because then he won't react to it. But he was like, no, I have to. He's like, I have to be a man and I have to make a stand. This is the sort of shit he would tell me, like, I have to man up and react to this. And then I was like, you know what? Whatever. There's no use even trying, and I'm conflicted. I just want to see him get felt in it. But he was so stressed about June the King's documentary. He just keep messaging me over and over again, like, dude, I'm so worried about this man. Like, he's got me. Like, what am I gonna do? And I would tell him, I'm like, you know that you're DSP, right? Like, you know that you've been embarrassed so many times and felted so many times and exposed so many times, and yet you're still here and you're worried about what this documentary is gonna do? Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, like that's fucking ridiculous.
have
It just makes like no sense. If he just read that and he just went like, yeah, it's like 15 years ago I signed them though, people liked it, and then just moved on to the next. He done. Like, oh, he didn't take the bait. Now it's 15 minutes of explaining while everyone's like tee. That's what everyone's doing.
the extra things that come
Oh, he's for sure autistic.
Oh yeah.
with it, whatever they may be. 'Cause there's usually a lot of stuff that comes with the collector's edition. So sometimes I would give away the collector's edition materials of a game that you could not buy. You had to have bought the collector's edition to get it.
It was
And
super rare. There was only hundreds of thousands of them in print, but it was impossible to acquire on eBay at any price, I'm sure.
It's like Super Mario 3 still in the fucking box.
Yeah.
Right?
the collector's editions were sold out. So you had no way to even get that content, even if you wanted it. So
That's not true.
most of the time, all right, when I gave stuff away, it was stuff that I didn't need anymore, stuff that I already had the game or whatever.
Garbage.
He goes, the stuff I gave away, I would have just thrown in the fucking garbage. So, I gave these people my trash and they should be grateful for it. Oh, thanks, Phil.
There was a few exceptions to that rule. Sometimes I would want to hold on to a game because I knew that maybe a DLC would be coming out for it, and you still needed the original game discs to play the DLC.
So he is
In other
admitting,
cases,
he's actually admitting to removing the disc and giving people empty boxes, but then saying that never happened.
Yeah.
Phil, like, why do you have to lie like this? It doesn't matter at all.
there was like
He
a huge
sold them.
deal at GameStop where if you traded in like 5 games at once, you get like tons of bonus money. This is a long time ago. They don't do this anymore.
Idiot.
But there were some
bonus money.
The GameStop deals. GameStop always ripped you off
It was
on
a
your
scam.
trade-in. Phil does his banking with GameStop, buddy. Like, stop it, Philip.
By the way, he called it bonus money.
Yeah.
Not like you get credit.
Bonus money.
It's bonus.
You see? Bro, I got $5 store credit, dude.
It's bonus.
You would have been better off selling it on fucking eBay, guaranteed, or selling it on Kijiji or Craigslist than going to GameStop.
Like 3 games would come out in a week. I would beat all 3 in a week, trade them in, and get almost like all my money back. I get like 60-70% of my money back for the trade.
That's not. Hold on, Phil.
Lie.
That's not almost all your money back. That's 60%.
That's a lie.
Money is almost half. You wouldn't get that back. Either,
No.
so fast and traded them in right away. So there were some cases where I didn't have the games anymore, but I was still left with other stuff.
So you admit it's true. He admits it's true. He fucking gave them empty cases. He goes, yeah, there were instances where there was no game in the case. Okay, then that's not a lie then.
Okay, so
What are we doing here, Phil?
Oh my God.
Like, for example, I would have a steel box case for a game that I don't need anymore. I would have the art book and I would have the soundtrack and stuff like that.
So, okay.
Yeah. So there were times when I would do a giveaway and say, okay,
It's a detractor meme, man.
But he can't just say the words without a game, because then he'd be admitting that the detractors were right about this.
Yeah.
But the reality is it doesn't matter, Phil. It
guys,
actually
it
just doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
just to be clear, This will not include the game. I have to keep the game because of DLC, or I already traded in the game. But you're getting
So the comment was completely correct, factually accurate, and there's
all this other content otherwise. Plus, whatever you want autographed or whatever, you can have. And people would enter for this in the thousands. I'm telling you, like, there was times thousands of people would post
Don't believe
up,
it.
and I would use a random number generator to just pick a random number and select that person, and they would win it, and I would ship them all that stuff.
No.
So when you hear Phil gave away an empty game box, it's
Okay.
true.
not like I would say, hey,
Okay, so
hey everyone, look, here's the game I played this week, and I'm keeping the game, and I'm going to mail you the box.
but that's what happened.
Yes, that is what
That's
happened.
the reward for a contest.
Wait,
But Phil,
No, people outright knew what they were entering for.
yeah,
the thing
or a
is,
game with no box.
as somebody just
Or-
brought up
sorry,
in chat,
only
his
box.
explanation is worse than being guilty of the accusation itself.
Yes, it's four
Because
times worse.
yes, the explanation is like he's a liar, he's delusional, he's insane. Whereas the accusation is, okay, he gave away game boxes that were empty.
Yeah.
You know?
They knew the content that they were getting. They would want an autograph in addition. You were getting a lot of stuff if you won the contest.
But the game
You were
was not
getting
in the
lot,
box.
You were getting a lot of stuff.
But the game was not in the box, correct?
It wasn't just, an empty game box and nothing else. But it's easy to say that when you just want to spin it in a very negative way.
What?
But how
So
negative can it possibly be? I don't know. Like, this is crazy.
I mean,
Particularly, if I'm remembering correctly, the one that people bring up, I think it was a Deus Ex game where I bought the collector's edition that had all of this extra shit. I remember, I think it had the art book. I think it had a separate DVD that was like a documentary of the making of the game, something like that.
Winner for the Puppeteer on PS3, and then we're going to actually pick what's going to be the next giveaway. Mass Effect 3 Collector's Edition, but the game is not in it. So to warn everyone,
There it
just to
is!
show you for
Stop, Phil. It's over. You lost, bro.
Collector's
Phil,
Edition,
he'll
but the game is
deny
not in
this,
it.
though.
So to
oh,
warn everyone, just to show you for full disclosure,
Reality.
no game. However, you get this
There's
really
nothing.
cool steelbook case.
that and other
So
stuff.
wait,
And the person
there
who won
wasn't even a documentary disc in it. It was actually fully empty. So now Phil is just fully fibbing to everybody, and he didn't need to do this.
why do you need the box with no game?
Well, he
Contest
signed it
It's
though.
so cringe.
said, hey, can you autograph this for me and this? And I always did. So I sent him a whole bunch of shit. And then my detractors were like, so he gave me, or he gave out an empty box.
Yes.
Why does it?
No.
Why does it bother you so much that
No.
they said it, Phil? Like, why does it send you?
There
up
was the
wall?
manual in there.
Oh man!
I gave a whole bunch of content and an autograph.
Content.
What content? It was.
The
It
game
was
manual's
empty.
not content.
It was actually fully empty. I don't even think the manual was in the Mass Effect
No.
box that I saw.
I'm being as generous as
I
possible.
don't even think it was in there, bro.
That was what the contest was for. And literal hundreds plus people wanted it. And one
I thought it was thousands. Now it's hundreds? The number seems to be spiraling a little bit, huh?
lucky person
It's
won
out of
it.
Control.
What's wrong with that? Right now, if I did a contest for my
Oh,
autograph,
Vinny says it was empty, meaningful content. Okay. Yeah, yeah,
people would
yeah.
enter for it because I don't give autographs. It's a rare thing to get my autograph, right?
Here we go. Get
Oh my-
get ready for this one, guys. Get ready for this.
I hate that thing he does with his mouth. Look, if you look at the camera, he does
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Does it always does
Yeah.
this. It's so
Yeah.
weird.
People would probably say, oh man, I would like to get a
He's
DSP
got a
autograph.
stroke.
You know,
Yeah.
Oh my God! There's so many people lining up for the DSP
Yeah.
autograph, Andy.
right
You know
now,
what
if
he
I did a
said?
contest for my autograph, people would enter for it because I don't give autographs. It's a rare thing to get my autograph, right?
How about if
He
we
doesn't
donate?
give autographs.
How much do we have to donate?
No, he doesn't give autographs at any price, folks.
People would probably say, oh man, I would like to get a DSP autograph, you know,
Do
and
it
then people
then.
would enter for it. So
Prove it. Prove us wrong.
let me get this
Do it.
straight. If I did that right now,
Hmm.
all right, would people say, oh, Phil just has a contest for a piece of paper?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, they
Yeah.
would.
Yeah.
They would, just to make you seethe, and then you would melt down about it like it's serious business that's destroying your family's livelihood because somebody said that you were selling a piece of paper. This guy tried to sell a poker chip for $500 the other day.
It didn't sell,
Okay.
did it?
No, it did not.
You know, the thing is that everyone has different value to everything.
Hmm.
And I did give away.
Yeah, like you
things
at
that were
WWE
very valuable.
Champions.
You remember
and
at the
you gave
launch
away all of your money for sweaty JPEGs of half-naked men. Yeah.
of PlayStation 4. I gave away a PlayStation 4 to a fan. I did.
Okay.
That happened. But that's the thing.
Can
No
we
one
do that
talks about
again?
that. No one
Well,
wants to talk.
Will you give away a PS5 now that you're doing so well, Phil? I mean, you say that you're more successful than ever before and so wealthy, but yet we have no giveaways today. What, can't you give away a Switch 2 or
Yeah.
an Xbox One X or a PS5 or
Second Switch 2. Yeah.
Bro, look at him here. He's losing his mind. He's like fucking bringing both hands up to his fucking forehead, like, He's like, but I gave away a PS4 12 years ago.
Talk about the fact that I did the hardcore gaming season giveaway for like 6-7 straight years, and I always gave away tons of stuff that had value, games, collectibles, actual consoles, and other shit. No one wants to say that. They just want to say Phil gave away empty game boxes. It's just like everything. If you take something out of context and you spin it in your own toxic way for your own bizarre purposes, you can get anyone to believe anything because there's so many morons on this planet. There's still to this day people who think I'm terrible at Street Fighter.
Well, you are, Phil. The thing is, if that's the case, Phil, right? And they're all just idiots that believe this stuff, right? Why does it bother you so much? Just be like, oh, those people are retarded. They can believe what they want to believe. I have my supporters. I have my life. I'm successful. I'm happy. If you try and focus on controlling everybody's opinion of you, you're going to go crazy because you can't do it.
And to this day, people who think I've never been good at any game I've ever played, they take, the infamous example of that was the dumb meme back when I was playing Doom a few months ago, where someone clipped out of context.
He's still thinking about this. This is still occupying space in his mind.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
And this is what's crazy about this. This clip has nothing to do actually with whether or not he gave away cases that were empty or not or whatever. It has everything to do with the fact that he holds on to things from months and years and decades ago, and it still makes him seethe and it still makes him mauled. And no wonder people do this to you, Phil, because unlike just about anyone else, you never forget any sort of slight or grievance. You're like what they call the grievance collector. And you hold on to every grievance and you're super bitter and salty about every single fucking one to the point where it drives you insane. And that's why people do this to you, Phil, because you let them know just how much it hurts you inside and how much it makes you seethe, bud.
Text me in a room.
The thing is, though, like Psycho said, like, we saw what you did. I played the fucking game. I can call you out on it. Like, what is
he wakes up in the middle of the night in a cold sweat thinking of Mario Kart. In his nightmares, he's getting hit by the red shells over and over and over again. And DSP's fat wife passes him on the motorcycle, and he just wakes up, those fucking detractors, those dirty no-low detractors.
Taking cover and then firing a little and taking cover and firing a little. And they're like, this is how this...
And if it was so obvious, right?
Wait, what did he say?
Taking cover and then firing a little and taking cover and firing a little.
He's saying that this is the one room in the game where in Doom you had to take cover and do a little fire and then take.
Bullshit.
But it's a lie.
No,
it's bullshit.
You shoot the bombs, you explode the floor so you can walk in, and you fucking attack. What do you?
But here's the thing, right? All those people that watch that clip, they don't even know who DSP is, and they probably forgot that they even watched it. But Phil thinks that he's going to correct the record and change all of their minds on his 200 viewer live stream. You know, like, it's completely pointless saying this shit. It changes nothing whatsoever, but all it does is accomplish making your stream negative and toxic and feeding the trolls and letting them know that you reward their bad behavior with even more attention. It's completely insane.
Yeah.
And the thing is, if what he was saying was true and everybody who was a real fan of Doom that played had that experience, then they would know right off the hop that the video is bullshit. But it's not bullshit. It's actually accurate. And so Phil is just coping and crying.
This is how this games journalist plays Doom. He's terrible at the game. And everyone laughs. Oh, he should just not play the game. He should delete the game, whatever. That was the one room in the game where you had to play like that because the room is full of explosive barrels. And if you go charging in head first, they blow up and you instantly...
You shoot them. You shoot them and they blow up and then you walk in.
And they die.
Holy fuck.
You have to play it safe. That's the one room in the game you have to do that. I know because I had already died in that room.
Not shocked.
Charged in playing it like Doom.
Charged in without shooting the fucking barrels?
Doom. And blew everything up and I died. I said, oh shit, I didn't know that.
So somebody has brought up an interesting piece of lore. The PS4 he gave away wasn't even his. It was Panda Lee's. So he acts as though he went out and spent this money on a console to give away, when in fact it was his ex's fucking console.
I had to redo the room and play it carefully so I didn't die. But if you take it out,
how could I blow up these barrels from a distance in a Doom game?
Out of context and give it to a bunch of ignorant idiots, The ignorant idiots will eat it up and give you views and give you viral popularity, and that's why people do this shit.
That new Doom was really easy, by the way. Way easier than Eternal,
You
man.
hear Phil
Way
gave away empty
easier.
game boxes.
So if that's what's going on, Phil, and people are just doing it to make money, and you understand that, then why does it bother you so much?
Dude, I thought the new Doom was too easy, in my opinion.
That's one insanely small piece of a giant picture that's taken out of context to make it sound bad.
He's struggling with DK right now. DK is like
Oh man.
fun, but come on.
But it's not actually what happened. Just like, oh, you see, this is how this guy, Phil, the
Okay,
games journalist,
but-
plays Doom.
You ever thought, like, even if this is the case and what you're saying is true, right? If you take something out of context and it's funny, like it's funny. Like it's completely harmless, Phil. Like
Yeah.
in no way does this hurt your business or your family. The people watching it, 99% of them don't even know who DSP is. They were never going to engage with your content anyway, and they're probably not even going to remember the clip in an hour. So what? Why are you so salty about it?
Yeah, because, like, buddy, the amount of content you could consume on Twitter or whatever the fuck,
Yeah,
within
it's on
an hour,
TikTok.
it's gone. You've watched 100 new videos.
No, that's how I played one tiny part of Doom where you're required to play like that because otherwise you die instantly. But don't show the rest of my gameplay of Doom,
I
right?
did see it, and it sucked.
Yeah.
You put it on easy as well.
Don't show me playing Street Fighter and kicking everyone's ass. Don't show me playing Mario Kart World and beating my detractors as they're stream sniping me and still win.
Phil,
Don't
lie.
you lost. Out of the hundreds of matches he played, he won 2 matches. Okay. He had like a less than 1% win rate in the game. And every single time, with the exception of one time that stream snipers joined his lobby, he fucking lost them. By the way, they weren't stream snipers, they were just detractors. It's not like they were content creators like hunting you, okay? Like what is he talking about? None of this shit ever happened.
Show the moments of good gameplay and greatness that actually are true. Instead, take something out of context and lie about it so you can get your laughs and your views and your memes, right?
How dare people laugh at you? Oh, man.
Oh,
Oh, no. Get off the fucking internet then, you loser.